Welcome back to the Bloomington Breakfast Club Hoosiers. So happy to have you join us each Monday morning for all the latest on all things Bloomington. I'm Juliana Mary.
And I'm Gabrielle Valenson. We are so excited to be back in our studio for this week's show. This morning we have some sports culture and campus news updates for you, as well as our unnecessary updates. And Avery Pierce will be joining us before he gives us his A-list.
Then stay tuned as we welcome two very special guests in our studio who have created their own healthy energy drink alternative.
Stick around, Hoosiers. It's going to be a good morning.
And now for all the latest on sports news. Ever since IU men's basketball coach Archie Miller came to IU, his first priority has been to recruit top players to Indiana University's basketball program. His 2018 class of new players included 3 of the top 4 recruits, including #1 recruit Romeo Langford. Currently, Miller has secured 3-star recruit Armand Franklin for the 2019 class. Second and third in the state, Trace Jackson Davis and Keon Brooks have also expressed interest in playing for IU, but only time will tell what that 2019 Indiana team roster will look like. As the basketball team gets warmed up, the football team cools down as fans brave the freezing temperatures to cheer on the teams from the stands. Freshman running back Stevie Scott has dominated the ground game, rushing for 557 yards in 7 games, his first year on the team. He has shown promise as a young freshman, and we will stay tuned to see how he does in the rest of the season. On the other side of the ball, linebacker Jordan Crawford has anchored the defense with 34 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. The Hoosiers will wrap up their season with games against Maryland, Michigan, and Purdue.
In other news, the IU Auditorium has released its shows for the 2018-2019 season. One can find anything from stand-up comedy to Broadway. The IU Auditorium offers audiences classic musical performances, including revivals of old Broadway shows, but they are also offering talk and comedy performances this season. Shows such as Spamalot, Finding Neverland, Elf, Something Rotten, Chicago, and Rent are all coming to the IU Auditorium. Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater is even set to perform in March of 2019. Most Broadway shows perform in the middle of the week, so it's usually hard for students to find time in their busy schedule to go see a show. However, the IU Auditorium makes sure to select shows and performances that help to accompany educational purposes of IU theater, music, and dance students. Monty Python's Spamalot will be premiering from October 30th to the 31st at 8 p.m. at the IU Auditorium. Be sure to get your tickets now for the Tony Award-winning musical. We'll be right back after this short break with our unnecessary updates of the day. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Tucker Scanlon, host of Not Too Late, the late-night show that lost all its savings by investing in beehives. If you want to join our live audience every Friday, check out our Twitter for more information. See you there.
Now it is time for the unnecessary updates of the day. Gabrielle, what do you have for us?
Okay, so Meghan Markle. We all heard the news. We're all so excited. I mean, I am. Are you excited?
I'm absolutely excited.
Okay, good. So baby names, what are we thinking? Is she, because I've heard different things, either the unique route because, you know, they're such a forward-thinking couple, or is she gonna, are they gonna do the classic British route?
I support classic British.
Okay, what do you think?
I want them to come up with something really unique. I feel like it'll just be different. It'll be, I mean, it'll make history.
I
whatever the
agree.
name is,
I mean,
but-
they already have made history, and I think Megan is such a, I love her.
No, I just found something very uniquely charming about deeply, deeply British names.
That's true. They are very charming. I agree. So you
Yes.
know what? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it's really exciting.
We'll see. And we'll see also how the media covers her whole pregnancy.
Yes.
Because you know this is going to be absolutely everywhere.
It is.
I mean, they're already showing like how she's styling her baby bump and
Yeah.
everything in between. But we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
I found out that Vogue has recently come out with their fall and winter trend predictions. And I was looking at them. It looks like there's a lot of like camouflage. And also they say that the 80s are back.
Okay. So
So-
first it was 90s. And I still think, I mean, 90s, I mean, I see it all the time. Just with
Right.
everything, the chokers, the denim, the hair, just everything. So now
Yes.
80s?
Yes, 80s. So like big shoulders and like
Oh.
animal prints, which I'm totally supportive of.
What will I do with all my Metallica t-shirts?
You know, I think that you can still pass. I think that
Okay.
they'll still work.
I do too.
They also said like hints of neon is going to be in.
Huh.
So, and they said snakeskin too, and I've already seen that everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm very
So-
interested in that.
And snakeskin.
Yes,
Are
I am.
you?
What other 80s trends do you like?
I'm really hoping for that neon. We've
Yeah.
had too much black and gray and blues. I'm really looking for some bright neon oranges and yellows.
I can see you
Oh.
in that
Yes.
right now. I see
Not
it.
for me.
Yeah. What a statement.
Oh, not for you.
Just for other people.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good for you. In other news, some bachelor stuff. We always gotta throw this in to the unnecessary updates. But JoJo Fletcher, Jordan Rogers, their new web series. It's called Engaged with JoJo and Jordan. Have you guys heard about it?
No.
Are you okay? Yeah.
I did hear that they're starting to break into it. I feel like they'll do well because
Yeah.
everyone follows them. They have their fan base. That's like why they're doing it. They
Right.
just needed something
Exactly, to stay
do.
relevant.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
because also there's been a lot of talk about when they're actually they've been engaged for around like 2 years now, coming on
Right,
3.
yeah.
So when are they actually going to get married? So I think they're doing this to distract the people.
Do you think their wedding is going to be a special?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
of course.
I
Yes.
think so. Do you?
Yeah, sure.
Are you?
They would be doing a disjustice to the Bachelor Nation
I
if
agree.
they didn't.
But The Bachelor has a very proud pipeline from Bachelor to Bachelorette to Bachelor in Paradise, and now
Right.
this web series is the logical conclusion.
It is the logical conclusion. I agree.
Yes,
I
I'm
agree.
so glad you're thinking logically. In other news, Lady Gaga is officially engaged to Christian Carino. So I'm expecting a fabulous wedding.
Yes, I mean,
Her dress.
yeah.
I can't even picture what they're going to come up with, but it's going to be amazing.
I agree. Have you guys seen Star is Born?
I have.
How do you feel about it?
I was very surprised by how much Bradley Cooper there was in this movie about Lady Gaga.
Right. Well, did you enjoy their chemistry on screen?
Oh, they did. They seemed to really enjoy
yeah.
themselves. Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yes, I saw the previews for it, and her as an actress is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It will be.
No, yeah, it's gotten great reviews, so you gotta see it.
Yes,
It's really
I
good.
will need to.
Okay, Aves, your A-list. Really excited to hear what you have for us this week. Talk to us.
So with a heavy heart, I inform you that Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson are no more. It seems they have both learned a painful lesson that the one you love at first is not the one you love at last. Like all breakups, it's a tough situation. I won't make light of it, especially considering the recent passing of Mac Miller, Ariana Grande's former boyfriend, is reported to have contributed to the breakup. We're all about positivity here at the Breakfast Club, so I'm not going to delight in the demise of a once promising relationship. There's nothing I love more than love, so today we're going to check in on 3 celebrity couples who are still, presumably, in love. A quick editorial note. I would have included Prince Harry and Princess Markle, but I'm not sure they can legally separate, so I felt that would be cheating. First up, Hailey Baldwin and Justin Bieber are still, contrary to popular belief, together. In fact, it seems that the two are married and have been seen house shopping in LA. I don't know why anyone would marry 2018 Bieber, easily the worst edition of the Biebers, but I am happy they have each other. Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra are still engaged. This celebrity couple hasn't garnered much press, but as a pop culture obsessive, I've been paying attention. Everything I've seen about the couple makes them seem like they have a chance to go the distance. They're the oldest couple on the list, both have an income, and neither of them have been arrested. Or perhaps it's just a staged relationship for PR. You never know, but I do have faith. Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, they have a child. I can't find any information about whether they are or are not in a relationship, so I concluded that they are. At the very least, they recently went out to dinner and Travis bought Kylie a car, so that's something. This is easily the shakiest couple on the list, but I'm sure these two crazy kids will figure it out. And that's it for today. I hope all your relationships last as long as you like, and if you are single, I hope you too find someone or something to love.
We hope you all are enjoying our newest segment, Food Feud, with Maddie McMahon and Jason Perlman. This week, they will be comparing pumpkin spice lattes around the different coffee shops in Bloomington.
I'm excited to hear their thoughts. Let's take a look.
What's good? I'm Jason,
I'm Maddie.
and we're doing Food Feud Part 2.
Episode 2 on the Bloomington Breakfast Club.
And we have pumpkin spice lattes for you today, even though
That's what
last
we're
time
doing.
we did pizza, and it was a pretty split
Kind of bummed we're not
50-50.
doing pizza again.
I know,
had an
but-
excuse to eat pizza.
Are you a coffee girl?
I love coffee, but I've never had a pumpkin spice latte, and to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to like it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like it either. I think we should try it though.
Well, it is Halloween week, so in honor of the Halloween spirit, that is what we'll be reviewing today. So where
Alright.
do we have our pumpkin spice lattes from?
Soma, which is, I have no clue, but we're gonna try
It's
it.
a Bloomington classic coffee place, so let's go for it. Cheers.
Okay. I was looking at the other coffee cup. Cheers.
I'm scared. Oh,
Wow, it's actually
Very
really good.
pleasant.
It's like sweet.
it's a little spicy,
Mm.
a little zesty, but it's kind of a little bland.
This is like something.
I would rate it out of 10, probably a 7. It's delightful.
I'm not gonna lie, like this is something like I'd probably drink.
I'm a green tea
before
latte kind of
class, like,
person, so I would definitely prefer that over this, but this is not as bad as I was expecting. Just the sound of pumpkin spice latte doesn't sound too great. So right now, we're gonna give that one a 7.
Yeah.
All right, next up is Starbucks.
And
Second of 3.
our lovely producer got whipped
Craig.
cream. Craig got
The beautiful
whipped
Craig.
cream on our lattes, so
Yeah,
it's gonna
thank you,
be
Craig.
extra good, hopefully.
Okay, cheers. This one,
This
in my
one's the
opinion, is
yeah.
better.
I mean,
You can't say the best because we haven't tried the other one
no,
yet.
no, but like I
This
can
one's
just
pretty
tell.
creamy.
Like you can never go wrong
Tasty.
with Starbucks. Let's be real here.
I like it. I like it a lot. And I was expecting pumpkin spice in general, no matter the coffee brand, to be really strong. But it's a very subtle spice,
Wow,
and
we have
it's enjoyable.
a culinary expert over here.
And
we
then
have
this
a
is
special Blue Boy,
which he got.
which is
Thank
from
you,
a
Jason.
bakery local on Kirkwood, and I'd say it looked pretty good. They have a bunch
Never
of
heard of
different
it, but
pastries,
I'll try it.
and the girl at the desk was really nice. So cheers
Okay.
to that. Cheers to that.
Definitely the worst.
Yeah, definitely the worst.
I'd give this one a 4.
Doesn't
This
really
just
have a
tastes like
taste.
milk.
But it's not bad.
Overall review, I like pumpkin spice lattes. I would give Starbucks a 10 out of 10 in all honesty. So if
Alright,
you're gonna get a
no.
pumpkin spice latte,
You can never give a number one rule is you can never give a 10 out of 10 because then the next coffee that you
9.5.
have, if you have a better coffee.
9.9.
9.9, okay. 9.9 is fine. I'm gonna give it a 9.98.
Okay.
No
Hey,
one
you
off
want to
the
be
bat.
that specific? So that concludes our episode 2 of Food Feuds,
And
pumpkin
grub
spice
up.
latte
Grub up.
edition.
Keep grubbing.
Happy Halloween, everybody, and
Happy Halloween.
go to Starbucks. Thanks, guys. I'm Maddie. This is
I'm
Jason.
Jason.
We'll see you next
Peace.
week.
In honor of Halloween, our TBBC correspondent, Jack Bassett, will be taking us to Rose Hill Cemetery, where he will get a tour from the Monroe Historical Society and hear the famous ghost stories.
This is our newest segment, Jack on the Street. Take a look.
With Halloween just hours away, we've decided to take you out on the street to a very spooky destination for our first ever Jack on the Street. I'm Jack Bassett, and thank you for joining us. What a more festive environment to be in, by being transported deep into a cemetery, alone at dusk, surrounded by no one other than hundreds of dead bodies. With a full moon in sight, I couldn't imagine a more scary place to be in.
Cemeteries are not scary. They are a resting place, and oftentimes they can be probably our biggest font of information for history.
I stand corrected. Andrea Hadsell of the Monroe County Historical Society helps transform the stereotype of cemeteries into a brighter historical context by hosting an inaugural Dearly Departed Cemetery tour right here in Bloomington at this area's largest cemetery, Rose Hill. With Andrea's knowledge and experience within Bloomington's largest final resting spot, we've been granted an exclusive tour through the vast lawn here at Rose Hill. Hadsell brings the Bloomington Breakfast Club and the entire B-Town community together to share the stories of legendary people who have come before us.
We really wanted to tell the lesser-known stories of those who were buried in Rose Hill. We definitely wanted to focus on the historic research of it, and we wanted to really come together and follow the Halloween spirit. So doing it within October and featuring these stories as acting ghosts really just kind of were all the puzzle pieces coming together.
Walking through the over 200-year-old graveyard, you can witness the beautiful detail and craftsmanship within each and every stone. The lettering, the texture, the detail all reflect as works of art for remembering the deceased. Not only can you observe the art of the cemetery, but you can witness an all-star lineup of residents that call Rose Hill home.
We have quite a few big names, such as the Kinseys, the Wileys, a lot of founding families of Bloomington and of Monroe County. You also have Hoagie Carmichael, who you can find his historic marker over on Indiana Avenue, just in front of Buffalo's. We also have quite a few athletes, including George Shively, who was a member of the Negro Professional Baseball League, who was a many times over MVP and All-Star. So he's one of probably the lesser-known famous names within our cemetery, but probably some of the most decorated.
The decorated dead range from staple names of the Bloomington community to sports stars and even the absurd, like Batman? Yes, not the Bruce Wayne Batman. Andrea assures me of this. But here at Rose Hill, you can still find a stone marking the life of a man named Riley Batman. But if coming across a man with a name paralleling a superhero isn't enough of a thrill for you, Hadsell also shares the story of a mostly unknown name that inhabits Rose Hill, but has a story worth never forgetting.
Charles B. Good was the gentleman who drank carbolic acid in trying to convince his estranged wife at the time to join him in death because he loved her so much. And it was definitely something that no one was really expecting him to do. He just walked up to her house, knocked on the door, and said, "If I can't have you, no one else will." So she thought he was joking. He went out onto the front lawn and drank the carbolic acid.
The ways of death are not always the first thought when entering the field of a cemetery. With Rose Hill, Hadsell wants the community to see the burial ground for the stories of its people, for the incredible history we should all take the time to learn from.
We are actually trying to get together to plan for next year already. I'm excited. I've been doing research already. We want to do this for more days, more tours next year, just because of the overwhelming response from the community.
This now annual Deeply Departed tour is Andrea's tool to help the community appreciate and acknowledge the importance of a cemetery. By embracing the history at Rose Hill, this Halloween, we can see a cemetery more than just a place for fears, but a place that is filled with final resting places for the people who made a mark on history around us.
We are so happy to have two special guests in our studio this morning who have created their very own caffeinated energy drink to not only reinvent traditional caffeine consumption, but to also increase productivity through a healthy energy drink alternative.
Please welcome Chris Muley and Rohit Kaleri of Spark Elements. Thank you so much for coming on the show, guys.
You're welcome.
So happy to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be here.
Okay, so to start off, tell us a little bit about the concept behind Spark Elements and what made you start it.
Yeah, so like about a year ago, I was sitting in Starbucks. It was like finals week, and I walked in because I wanted to get like a little caffeine booster to wake me up and get going. But when I got there, on the menu there was something called there's like this iced tea beverage that was caffeinated in parentheses, so I decided to get the largest size, chugged it down in like as fast as I could, and did not wake up like coffee. So then it hit me. I was like, I really wish there's like an all-natural, healthy, tasty tea that woke me up like coffee. So that's where the whole concept started.
Love that.
That's awesome. And we know that you are both Kelley School of Business students. So has it been hard to balance school with this full-time business?
I mean, at times it's in bursts. You know, it's like studying for an exam. It's just a lot of time at certain times. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we're going to get into the ingredients of Spark Elements, but first I just want to discuss matcha because, I mean, it's this new crazy trend that is a healthy caffeinated alternative. So what is so great about matcha?
So matcha is great because it's all natural. First of all, it's basically like processed green tea leaves, and they use the whole leaf, and it's originated in Japan. And since they use the whole leaf, the nutritional value of matcha is like around 100 green tea leaves. It's packed with antioxidants, and it's really tasty. And on top of that, it's a very fine powder, so you don't have to like spend a lot of time brewing it. You can pour it straight into cold water or hot water. So.
Right.
Our product, we actually put it into like stick packs so you can carry wherever, so you can just pour it into a water bottle and drink it on the go.
That's nice.
Yeah. So besides matcha, what other types of ingredients are in the Spark Elements?
Well, there's caffeine, and then there's vitamins and amino acids to offset the jitters and the crash from traditional like coffee.
That's great. That's a great balance.
That's so much healthier. Wow.
Yeah. And why do you think it's important, I know we spoke about this a little, but for society to have that alternative, you know, than your typical energy drink?
Yeah, so like with society, like there's like with coffee for say, like a lot of people, you know, they drink black coffee, but like a lot of people also drink like lattes and all that.
Right.
And on a daily basis, that's like a lot of calories and sugar and to make it taste good. And then there's also energy drinks which are packed with sugar, like, you know, chemicals, preservatives, all those sort of unnatural things. But this product is like pure nature, but it like works better than coffee. So that's where we see that this is like fitting into, you know, people's health regimens moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, with finals coming up, I feel like IU students definitely need this.
Oh, yeah.
So when and where will this product be available?
Yeah, so it's in production right now. It should be on Amazon in 8 weeks, and then on our own website in 8 weeks as well.
Exciting. Oh my goodness. And how do you guys plan on engaging with your customer base?
Primarily like social media, you know, doing stuff like this, you know, getting on talk shows and getting some PR when we can. And, you know, just talking to our friends, you know, network, like post it on our Instagram story, like Snapchat story, letting all our friends know. Hope they try it out and tell their friends and just, you know, start small and hopefully it turns into something.
Yeah, make it like more than just a coffee alternative, kind of like a lifestyle brand where people integrate it into more than just when they need to study, just maybe when they wake up every day and things like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How has the Kelley School of Business really helped you to develop this product?
Well, I would say give us the tools to even get it from idea to reality. Just understanding the process from taking it to nothing into making the right connections with people to allow it to happen, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many little things that we had to do from like idea to like now, like, you know, finding an investor, like finding like manufacturers, all that sort of stuff. So the education really helped us like know what we kind of have to look for and what we have to do and present.
That's great. And main goal for Spark Elements, what does the future look like for you guys?
Everyone drinking it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I like that.
Yeah.
We'll be drinking it.
Yes. And
I'm
I hope
so
to see it around
excited.
campus soon. That'll be so exciting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure. Thank you guys for coming on. We're back in studio, so it's really nice to have you guys here.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you. And we wish you nothing but the best. Looking forward to trying it.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much. Yeah.
Of course.
Yes, definitely be sure to stay tuned on all social media at B-Town Be Fast Club. And don't forget to use the hashtag #BTownBeFast. We want to hear all what you think about the T-Boys.
And we're always looking for new people to join our incredible TBBC crew. So be sure to contact Bryce Reef at breef@iu.edu for more information. See you next week, Hoosiers.